All right, hello, hello, hello. Guys should be able to hear me. Hopefully the stream stays live today. Still don't know what the heck was wrong the other day. Never figured it out. That's good. Man, Neuro, your delay is getting lower and lower and lower and lower. It's always interesting to see how fast the delays are. Mine is obviously very low. Yours is not. Hold on, I have not done that yet. Excuse me. Here and there. All right, there you go, Neuro. You can get your fix in. Sean's gonna be the first one. Yeah, Sean let me tries. Sean's like, no, I will be first. It's so funny. Came anywhere from snail to light speed. Yeah, trust me, I hear you on that one. I do know when the boys are not here. Like, I feel like I've been throttled, right, by the ISP. I feel like I've been throttled. So, like, when the boys are not here, I'm like, yeah, man, this is flying. Yeah. Ooh, well, look at this. Look at this. Congress is banning imports from China over forced labor. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, the Uyghur population. Hold on one sec. There we go. So now we're banning imports of specific areas. Not that they just couldn't bring it through somewhere else, but interesting. China, I can't wait to see what China has to say about that. So if this just came out, I cannot wait to see what the retaliation back again is. So, because they'll have something. I'm sure having kids in the house doesn't help. Yeah, so it's lightning fast when they're not here. When they're here, because again, that adds 2 more cell phones, 2 PCs, and they're typically always gaming. And then Reese has got ADHD, so he's typically doing Spotify, has YouTube up, and is gaming, and has Discord all at the same time. So God knows what the actual usage looks like when they're here. And then sometimes they'll want, like, Asher will want me to play with him. So I'll jump on and I'll play Overwatch with him. So it's me, Asher playing the same game, both downstairs. So it's like, yeah, it gets crazy. Yup. And we just found out yesterday. I don't know if I told you guys, we finally got our phone call from the school, right? That the boys were in close proximity. We've gotten phone calls at, like, somebody at the school, but then they stopped sending those. It only took a year and a half that we finally got the call that the boys were in close proximity, right? Asher. And we got a positive test yesterday, so Asher has COVID. So that'll be our fun for the next week. So God knows what our internet and power costs. Actually, Asher's not here. Asher's at his mom's. So I won't actually see Asher for probably a week. But yeah, so that's what we get to deal with now. COVID Christmas, baby. He thinks he won the lottery. He's like, I don't have to go to the last 3 days of school. Yeah, I'm not going back to school till next year. So he's extremely excited. Everybody else, we all got our tests yesterday, so we'll see. Everybody feels fine. No one has any symptoms, but yeah, so that's what we get to deal with. Get a separate number for trading and work only. Ernest, I guess yeah. The problem is with Ernest is I do have, like, there's 2 Wi-Fi networks. There's a 5G and a regular. But I'm hardwired in, so I don't know if that counts as 3 networks or it's the same. I mean, all Verizon cares is there's this much data going into the house, right? But Asher is technically on the 5G. Reese is on the non-5G one in the house, right? Because there's, like, the regular, and then, like, the 5G is, like, the super fast, but the range is small. They're right next to the router, so it doesn't matter. And then I'm hardwired in. I literally have a hardwire that goes from the basement all the way up 2 flights to go to my office, so I could stay hardwired in. Because the hardwired is always better than the Wi-Fi, and then obviously the reliability issues and stuff. But I get, like, 980 down up. I think Asher is at, like, 250 down up. Reese is at, like, 180. Not that makes that much of a difference, but yeah. So for streaming, I definitely had to do the hardwiring in. I wasn't gonna mess with it. No, not 5G cell service, but I do have a 5G phone, and we do live in a Verizon area where I do have 5G service. So yes. But no, we do have there's 5G in your house as well, but it's different. It's a different kind of thing. It's not the same 5G, but I do have the other one. But yeah, I'm okay with zombies. I don't know. I mean, well, it depends. It depends, guys. It depends. And this is going to be how the last tangent of the morning, but it depends, right? What movie zombie am I talking about, right? I mean, the most recent zombies are pretty crazy, right? If it's the old school, like dragging your foot, walking really, really slow, I don't know. Like the even the Resident Evil zombies, not so much, but like the what was it, World War Z or the thing with who was in it? Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, the one that Brad Pitt was in, where like they're like super fast running zombies. I mean, I feel like And then again, what was that one that just came out with Batista in Las Vegas? Right? Those zombies could actually think, right? So, I mean, I feel like if I could be the thinking zombie with the super speed and strength, right? That's not bad. I don't know. Was World War Z? I don't know. I feel like, or War Z, World Z. I don't know. I don't know. The one where Brad Pitt, where basically like zombies wouldn't attack people that were sick. They weren't interested in sick people. So like they walked past the guys like, oh, he has cancer, and they didn't want him. So then when Brad Pitt finally like injected himself with like the disease, like the zombie just smelled him and then walked past. He wasn't interested in eating him, right? Um, yeah, the one with Batista was pretty bad. I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But the zombies could think in that one and communicate. So I feel like I don't know, right? Yeah, that one in Las Vegas, and then it had like a prequel too. So all right, so as far as movement looks today, obviously Congress banning endpoints from China. China said go ahead and put sanctions and we'll retaliate. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll like ban like U.S. oil or something. I don't know. Like, what are they gonna beef? I'm assuming it'll be like steel. They're like, all right, let's hit the heartland. Let's ban steel from America. So you know, it's funny. Before we weren't supposed to do like sanctions or anything like that, but now that we're doing it, right? It's funny that everybody's on board now. No, 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 China's bad. Really? Because 3 years ago you were like, no, no, we shouldn't, we shouldn't put sanctions on China. We shouldn't put tariffs. Tariffs are bad. Now you're just banning all the imports. So I'm glad we're staying with consistency, right? Consistency is a thing. But anyway, as far as the overall front goes, pretty much all the yen trades we talked about yesterday, Aussie yen, Euro yen, pound yen, all of them went to full targets yesterday. They all dropped through. Um, a lot of the reversals we mentioned yesterday also really kind of just came to final, fruition. Um, yeah, most of it was just they were just retraces of what we saw on Wednesday. So, excuse me. No, this is not my COVID cough. This is my like seasonal allergy cough that I still have. Yeah, it just won't go away. Um, somebody asked me that yesterday. I was talking to her, like, "Oh my God, you're coughing. Do you have COVID too?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like I'm vaccinated, but I've had this cough for like 5 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, since like October. So I don't think so. Maybe, maybe, who knows? But this is not like a new thing. Um, but yeah, we basically have had reversals across the board. Now, right now, it's a little bit mixed. You're seeing, pound strength versus the euro and the pound. Dollar weakness right here, dollar weakness here, dollar strength, but it's kind of reversing against CAD and again, a lot of that oil. Aussie dollar, we're seeing some strength, right? So kind of a mixed bag. I wouldn't say that anything is like dead on. Everyone get a mask on your computer screen. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Ernest, I hate to tell you, man, the mask does not protect you from others, right? The mask, when you wear a mask, it's to protect others from you. So there, take that. That is the official stance. The mask does not protect you from others. The mask protects others from you. So take that. Take that. Um, yeah. Ernest, you will laugh. This morning I've been asking Melissa since she woke up. I'm like, hey, what's for dinner? We can't leave the house. Like, we're quarantined. We're not, but it's the joke. I'm like, it's 9:30. We're stuck home for 2. We need to eat. What are we having for dinner? She's like, I just woke up. I'm like, I don't care. What are we having for dinner? We got to figure this out right now. um, no, originally they thought, yeah, that's been the truth all along. But remember, in the beginning, it was kind of like, no, 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 it blocks it this way too, right? Yeah, it's gone back and forth. There's no consistency, no consistency. But yeah, so it's funny. I've been asking her all day. I'm like, I was like, I need to know. Do we need to take some meat out? Do we need to start? Do you want me to smoke something? Should I throw something in the sous vide for like a 24-hour? because we don't, technically we don't have results, we have no restrictions, but I'm like, yeah, God forbid one of us has COVID, then like we can't leave the house. They're like, oh, you're not allowed to leave the house. Not that Sam's Club can't literally drop all the food right into our car, right? They have the Sam's Club like pickup now, where like you just call them, like you have an app, you're like, yo, I'm here in this slot, and they come out and they put it in your trunk for you. So like, yeah, I mean the world has adapted. But I'm like, I feel like now that we're not going it, like we don't have practice now on site. I'm like, man, I have nothing to do this weekend. I feel like I got to get some big cook on, right? I may scroll through your Instagram page and be like, all right, what do I want to cook here? I need some. Ernest, do you have a recipe for beef tongue tacos? Because I feel like this is the weekend, right? I'll try it maybe. Sous vide it maybe for like a 24-hour, 48-hour cook. I feel like it's in. This is the weekend. Anyway, again, full reversals in the pound yen, pound dollar. We get the reversal. All the yen based pairs. Being Friday, we got nothing for tomorrow. Remember, European session is drying up in about 2 hours. Not even probably 2 hours. I mean, we're kind of getting into the holiday weekend. I think the biggest news right now, the biggest headline that we need to watch out for, is literally coming from this. Right? There's a grain of sand on my mouse pad, and it's driving me nuts. Remember, China said you put sanctions on us. Wait for retaliation. I mean, they're not going to take Taiwan over this weekend, but I wouldn't be surprised in the next 30 minutes to an hour if we hear what their response is. Right? We'll hear what their response is. But they said do it and we'll respond. So that response is going to be kind of where we go next with the trade war incoming. So all right, let's go across. Let's just pull right. Let's see what the markets are doing right now. Yeah, this dollar CAD is, look at oil is down 138. All right, so also yesterday, right? We talked about this and we were trying to kind of track kind of where the prices were. Right, we were looking for kind of some stability in here. We were hoping we could get a pullback into that 50% range, and it ended up stabilizing and having some issues and pushed lower. And we mentioned profit targets at 71.75 and 71.54. We tagged the first one, we bounced off of it. We came down, we tagged the second one last night, and then kind of bounced back and forth between those two levels, and we're sitting at the lower one. So let's drag our fibs down. Actually, let's put our fibs to there. We're going to put it to that level. Obviously, with both profit targets hit from yesterday, and again, if you guys were able to catch these yesterday, good job. We're going to keep that one up there because I do like the wick over wick, and that right at the 78. So we're going to keep that guy right there. I think this 50% level is also good. Now, again, you may say, wait, we're really far away. Yeah, we're probably not going to hit that today. That's about 25 pips. Although, I guess if China does make some type of a comment, there is the ability for the Aussie to kind of spike up. But it is around the 50, and I do like the candle basis. So this could be something we're looking for short next week. Very easy to draw. And again, I like I like how it was drawn. I like how he came up and hit it, and then it kind of tickled it here and just continued to push lower. So, that's definitely an area for next week that I'd be willing to, to take a shot off of. That's coming in right at 71.82. So nice that we got two levels, high and low on this one. Where can this stop to the downside? Obviously, we're hitting some buying right here. Again, this was a takeoff point. We've hit it. I would say right now this is still considered more or less a downtrend. I do kind of like the fact that we do have a level of basing right here. Big question is if we continue on this path, and again, the hard part is, I hate having to like rely on China to do something. This would be actually much lower. Reason why I'm looking at kind of a Harry Potter trade here and a break of this one. The problem I have with it is obviously it's Friday, but we are kind of skirting right along the top side now, and there's a lot that could happen in this. Other things, I mean, like I'm trying to think of other events. I mean, Waller speaking, that could definitely bring some dollar strength in because he's talking about projections going forward, so that helps us trade out. If another country does the same thing, I would say, yeah, there's the potential there too. That say another country says, yeah, you know what, we're going to ban them from that region as well because they kind of need the U.S. to follow. That would be technically good for the U.S., right? Because that's showing solidarity against China. So China can't throw sanctions against everybody, but this is a pretty nice racetrack all the way down. Okay, we know we have a level lower. We got plenty of room for this one to run. I would not hold it over the weekend. You guys know I'm not into that. But I will say that a break of 71.46. Again, we got a lot of room to run, and we'll see how far it can go down. And really, I mean, 7,100 is down here. There's plenty of room to run on the downside for this one. So we'll drop it here. And again, a break is 71.46. For next week, again, I like those two targets up top. And I'm going to leave it here because, again, this is a decent area of buying. But any type of a pullback, I think 71.82, 72.05 are both great. I actually like this 71.82. If we can kind of just meander sideways and then open up there, I think that would be a great short for next week as well. Next week, we do have monetary policy for the Aussie. So I'm kind of wondering, you know, it is early in the week, but I think next week, again, depending on if they have some blockbuster news or not, I may take a weekly position short this one, just as the dollar kind of tapering and everything else starts to really kick into the downside. But obviously, right now, shots were fired. We'll see what happens with China now. Um, Here's the trade from yesterday. Right, we talked about a break, and again, did not qualify. It was down and up. This one just peeked its head through, did not qualify. It ended up going to a full profit target, but then you can see it came back, and we were able to get the second entry. So, in reality, we were looking for this one to push all the way back down to the black line. We hit it here, and then obviously drove past at the 81.23. Um, this is going to be hard right now to kind of find a buy out of because this area is. Oops, I had the purple from here, so let me turn it back on. Uh, Decent levels here. Buyers, buyers, buyers. They were all supporting it in this level. You could have drawn a zone right off of this level right here and said, yep, look, buyers, buyers, buyers. And that's exactly what we bounced off of. So it's more of a profit taking opportunity now. I talked about it in the pound yen earlier with Nadex. Again, it's an area where buyers have stepped in. Again, it spiked from FOMC, and we've had nothing but negative pressure down. This is an opportunity for the yen to kind of start back up again. Um, what I don't like about this trade, unfortunately, is again, Aussie market's not open. It's literally just the yen, and you know, it's a proxy through the overall indices. So kind of need some help. I kind of like where it's rallying. I just don't know if we're going to be able to rally enough from that level. Let's see. It's about 11. Let's see. Long wise from this level. Let's see. How far do we need, and what do we have in the way? Hmm. A little bit of a hiccup there. Hmm, hmm, hmm. I would say that we're probably clear. I mean, the next hard level of sellers coming in would be the 81.53. So there is room, right? There is room to this one. Um, but I would definitely be something that I would trail a little bit. I mean, once we hit to that one of the one, you should be locking this one in a bit. You keep a close trail on it. All right. Um, all the yen pairs are going to look the same though. Euro pound. Euro pound has not done much. We're at 0.02%. Literally just bounced off that same level. The test from yesterday morning, test from yesterday at 6 is literally what we bounced off of. This one, unfortunately, again, it's 10 o'clock. We got what? Basically 2 hours going into the weekend, or the week before Christmas. Um, I love to say go long, go short. I would say I'm more short biased right now. Again, it just came off of a level. I like the level. But again, it's got a little buyers, little buyers, little buyers, and there's only what hour and a half left going into more or less a holiday weekend. Um, I don't know that we're going to be able to get enough out of this one in a short before next week. But I do like this one long. I do love everything that's going on. The pound has had some weakness today. I don't know if you guys saw. Boris lost an election, right? Where is it? Oops. There you go. Boris suffered a seismic political upset in his ruling parliamentary election area. He still controls everything, but people are like, wait a second, should we remove him? I guess it's kind of like I don't know. It's their system is so much different than ours, but you know, I feel like I don't know. It doesn't surprise me. Boris was hired, right? Not hired, but he was elected to get Brexit done. Brexit is done. They've survived. We're kind of coming out the other end, and now we're kind of in the recovery period. Um, it's almost like Churchill, right? Churchill's job was the war. As soon as the war was over, it's like, all right, time to move on, right? Because that's what his function was. And I would say that Boris's job at this point is done. Recovery leading forward is probably not what he needs to be there for. So, I would say that's not. You don't really need a whole lot. It's just, you know, probably okay for Boris to move along. But he's still in charge right now. So ECB's inflation is approaching the ECB's two target, but not quite there. Yeah, ECB has a little bit more problems. So yeah, like this came out, like I said, bearish sentiment. Next week I'd be looking for bounces off of 84.50. Nothing today. I think we'll run out of time. Euro yen, there was our trade. Now this one was funky. This one went all the way down and kind of based, and then hit it and bounced the bent again, and then went through the top. So this one probably would have got some people on there, especially in spot, right? It ended up blowing the target to the downside out, but it got choppy in the process. I don't even think it hit any major fib levels. Yeah, I mean, look, it ran short of the 50, so it wasn't even like you were pulling the 50. The 21, right? I'm sorry, the 23. Yeah, there was a level there, and it did bounce back from the 23, but then went higher and ran the top of it. So kind of a funky one. Went to the overall target, but it ended up chopping and going through. So it's kind of one of those scenarios where it's like, um, you know, could you have adjusted this slightly and taken it from this level? Sure, sure. You guys know that I was all pound, no euro. Um, Basically the same trade up. The same trade up. Same trade setup. Euro yen. Also yen, euro yen, same exact thing. Target is blown through. I would say at this point, there's been so much buying down in this level, right down here at the 128.05. I mean, buying, 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 buying. I don't see it really holding, right? We need to find a bottom on this one, and I would say probably down here. Most likely, I would say probably. You know what? I'll just take this. We don't need this one anymore. That is already out. Let's move this. I don't need that level. I will keep that one. I'd say 127.50 today. This one probably has room to run about another 46. With the European market ending, again, it's going to be definitely drugged down by the yen. So don't ever short now. If you were looking to throw some type of if you're looking to throw a position in here, I'd say this level here is a pretty good determinant. Again, boxes it all off, boxes it all off, boxes it off to the spike, boxes it all off, top and bottom, right? It rode the top, touched it, and again, it's a little bit off here, but again, it's plenty of hits coming through. Let's see, do we have enough room? You know what? I should have probably just not deleted that other one. Do we have enough room down? Yeah, 3.0 is right there, right? That's perfect. Look, I'll extend this across, right? Let's make sure we have the same coordinates. 58. Yeah, we want to bring this one up. 58, 2. Bam, now it's horizontal. Look at that. Dead on. Dead on 1 to 3. So definitely a potential setup, right? That is a breakup of 128. So yeah, looking for 127.59. Nice little 40 pip grabber there. So euro dollar. Yeah, euro dollar, we got that spike. We're looking for the break, and we're finally pulled back. This was a slow one to come back as it kind of went both directions. This one is now. This, if you remember from yesterday, we said we had two different options on this one. One would be a quick little touch, right? Another one we were looking for basing and a collapse. It should bounce off of this. Yes, it's been a bunch of time there, but again, it's stomached and was the takeoff point for the FMC data with the dollar. It technically should crash through this level, right? But I would say that it probably has one more bounce. But obviously downtrend, European data that inflation is not where it is. Dollar is obviously coming back strong. Dixie's up 2%. I would be looking for the same scenario. And again, racetrack trade, right? Racetrack trade, looking to take this short right here. And 1 to 3, you can see is we're well within the range. There's 3.1. So in reality, this one has the room to run to a 1 to 5, 5.5. So plenty of room to run to the downside. Again, what we need is kind of basing. This is already starting to move from it. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes one more bounce, right? And then starts to collapse. And again, I mean, Waller says the right things. This one's coming down today. Eventual target on this one. Let's change this to green, black, 112.36. So, and again, we're not looking for buys until this 119 down below. So we got plenty of room to run on that one to the downside. Yeah, we'll continue this across. Got one there, one there. Yeah, we're still good for everything else. Let's bring this across. Again, we got two aggressive levels depending on what the data is. And again, there's a 113.17 to the top side. So yeah, so this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a base, a drop, and a pullback. Again, small level, small risk. Again, this is a dollar strength trade. European market won't be able to kind of mess with this one pretty soon. And like I said, with mentioning inflation is approaching the target, that's fine. It's approaching the target. It's not blowing through the top of it. So like we are in the United States. So I'm good with that one. Pound yen. This is the one that you guys know I've been all over. We're all the way back to the origin of the move, right? That 151 we used it. We took off. Here was yesterday's trade. Look at this full parabolic move, an hour and a half. Full parabolic move back down again. Came back up. We talked about this level, and again, this is obviously there's 1, 2 right here. You could argue that this is a 3 or a 4. Again, 1, 2, 3. I mean, if we're gonna be technical here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is where we expected to start breaking. Didn't break on 5, and then it just sliced through it. I mean, at this point, this is one of those ones that it's kind of like, I mean, it hit it so many times. The second it broke, there's not even worth a pullback on that one. And easy grab to the downside. And this is probably not level, is it? All these are going to drive me nuts. Yeah. 5, 7. There we go. Now it's horizontal. So you can see, came back, found those buyers, and again, that would have been your profit target at the downside. So trade is out, right? This is a nice little push in the morning. Grabbing another 45 on that one. So, yeah, I would say right now it looks just like the Aussie yen, Euro yen, right? Pound yen. We know we have buyers here, and again, pound is ready to be out of the market, euro is ready to be out of the market, Aussie's already out of the market. It's purely a yen play. As it's coming down, all of them are technically in buying areas. So this is where we start to look for a reversal back higher. Now, where the buyer's stepping in, again, I would say that probably there is where we need to market. And you can see we've kind of tested it. This was an initial profit target. I would say let's see if we can get I guess this is kind of the bounce before when we're looking to go long. But again, this is going to be a yen-based trade today, so it is a proxy through a proxy, right? What is it? Because of that party he had last year, where his staff made fun of the mandates and restrictions that they ignored. Yeah, maybe. I think in that article it says like they've had that district since like 1852 or something like that. Boris is another one of those like I don't care guys. But again, he was voted in to get Brexit done where nobody else could, and he did. So it's kind of like I said, I think he was elected for a specific job, and that job is technically over, and now it's kind of like, do they move on? Is kind of my rationale, my kind of thinking on it. I don't think Boris is a long term solution. Yeah, so I think they have a different system over there. Just my opinion. But yeah, I didn't know it was from a party that his staff made fun of somebody. But again, not surprising. And look at this. As we're watching this, look at this. Bitcoin is now, I was talking this morning about Todd. I was like, yeah, we're under 47. That's big. But now we're under 46. We're at 45 and a half as cryptos continue to collapse. Doji back down to 16. Even after Elon, came out with his merch, it's back down to 16. Dollars still rallying. So yeah, look at that, 45. So yeah, I'd say watch the yen. They're all in the same position. The biggest question is, being a Friday holiday weekend, are we gonna have enough time for these to turn? So anyway, this was the profit target. This was the short we were looking for yesterday. Obviously came through. Very, very easy grab. Pound dollar. Literally just tagged the profit target from yesterday. Again, parabolic move, bounced right off that top section. Really, there's not much. I would say this one be a little bit more cautious. Like I said, there's an area here, but it's been pushed literally to the brink based off of news. There is a small area below, and this one, this is probably not a trade for this week, but this area of basing right here, right? I would say this is kind of a not a signal, but I kind of like this one for next week, and it's something that I do have on my watch list. Just because we had such a fast rally up, and we could actually move it a little bit. We could instead of using that level, we could use the wick over wick, which is right here, right? Again, little hidden, and it is confirmed. And I think we have plenty of there's 2, 6, there's 3, right? And again, there would be the next level. So we got plenty of room on that one. So this is kind of a setup for next week. And again, I don't do signals, but if I did, this would be one of the ones that I'd throw on my radar. A break of 32.31, coming down to 31.95. Why? Wick over wick, hidden little zone, confirmed, racetrack right below. So it meets all the qualifications for what we're looking for. It's time to spit it out. Yeah, Ernest, it's a good, yeah, good statement. Anyway, would I take any of these long in here? Not really. Not really. I mean, I do believe in pound strength, but I think dollar strength will continue to run now as people are really, really absorbing and digesting everything. So, but again, Hopefully, you guys got that parabolic retracement move. You can see right now it is fully back up. It finally completed its trade from yesterday. So, dollar CAD. So, dollar CAD is a reversing. But again, this yellow is not entry or exit. It's literally just an area that we're watching, top and bottom, and it's retraced back to it. So, I do think that this is probably close. Yeah, it's probably close. So, there is going to be fib traders kind of stepping in, most likely in this area, just a little bit above where we are. This is really more of an oil play than anything else. Oil being down 1.4% right now is obviously weakening the Canadian dollar. So again, weak CAD means that dollar CAD is moving back up again. We'll see. Oil at 70 is okay. I know that OPEC likes it a little bit higher. Um, Again, low volume in oil is kind of like a weird, is kind of weird. So Canada does have, excuse me, Canada does have retail sales on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be extremely low volume, so there may be the opportunity to pop. They were negative last time. If it comes in positive, right? Remember, the U.S. data retail sales was not great, but some of the other countries have had blowout. That could be the short for us for next week. So I'd say be cautious of it. There are people kind of be looking at this one right at the 128.50 range. It is a zone. It is kind of a little confirmation test here. It is the 50% based off the last move. Both of these will obviously, they're the two longest open pairs today. So there could be a potential short here at 128.49. It has, let's see. And again, this is oil jacking this one around, but oil closes a little bit early. 1 to 3 is right there. So it doesn't even need that much to push the downside. But yeah, potential reversal there. Dollar Swiss. Yeah. It was close. It was close. I don't think it was like less than 10, right? Yeah, 6. Missed it by 6. Missed it by 6. Um, so yeah. Here, we'll move the fibs across just so people can continue to see. So we're at a 23.6 right now. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me run. Let's run just this recent. It's still at 23. It's still in the same range. So, yeah, there'll be some people probably trying to get into this one. And like I said, Swiss market basically closed, purely dollar play. I would say today, after everything we saw, I probably wouldn't bet on dollar weakness. I think at this point, dollar strength is probably more the name of the game where you need to go. So, again, not really interested in that. Dollar yen, again, not loving the yen. Like I said, 2 tanks off this one. Really, you guys, I mentioned it yesterday. Nothing really clean. The analysis really hasn't changed. 112.30 is really where I'm looking for buys. Um, really, even in here, I don't even really have any like pullbacks that I really like. We knew that it was going to have some problems, and again, hit it again, came through and now sucked back into that same level. So the good thing is, I guess it did finally break below those 2 lows. But looking at as far as a pullback and where we could get in, I wouldn't say there's anything. I guess here is okay. Again, it came up in a 1 candle base below it and took off, although its exit candle was not there. Let's see where fib traders are going to take this one. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tested off that level. I mean, I guess if it continues to push higher, I mean, there is a zone there. It is tested, and it is testing off the 50. The 61.8 is the top side of that candle. So it kind of does bracket well, but kind of a weird one to trade through. Like I said, I think we have dollar strength in, but also we have yen strength, as we've seen in the other pairs. The yen is weakening, right? It's the same position when the yen's in the second. We're seeing all of them kind of take a bounce, but like I said, I think there's much better opportunity that exists up top. Yeah, cryptos are dropping. You see this gigantic spike. You're like, wait, what happened? Why did it go all the way down? It's funny. Where's that level at? 42. Holy crap. Yeah, so 42 is the next really big target to the downside. God, can you imagine all the Bitcoin traders, all the crypto people? God, if it comes down to 42, I mean, like I said, it's at 45. All the people that told me it's like, listen, buy the pullback when it hits 60 from 68, and they're like, no, at 58, this is get it, right? I don't. Those guys are not. I haven't heard a peep from them. So, um, yeah, don't know what's going on over there, but good luck. Oil. So there's what we had for oil. We did have the spike yesterday, 11:30, right? Came up and grabbed that level at 73, and now we've done nothing but push back. So I think at this point, I think we're going to have a little bit harder. And again, had you gotten short at 71, it ended up blowing through and just again grab the top level. Um, I don't think we're going to move much more on this one. European session, yeah, European high, European low, and now we're kind of consolidating in. I think the biggest thing with this one right now is again, it's the weekend. 8:30. We're going into the weekend. I would say probably right now the trend has been more down. The U.S. hasn't been able to stabilize it. There are buyers coming in just a little bit lower. We know that there are buyers kind of kicking in right here. I don't know if we'll be able to get that low, right? I don't know if we'll be able to get that much low, but and again, we're going to probably run out of time more than anything else for oil. But it's 70-50 is a great psychological level. I think that's a great area where again we had a great pullback and explosive move off of it. Um, I don't think there's anything really considered negative besides the Chinese kind of talking back and forth. I mean, I guess if they said that's it. I mean, I don't know how much oil China imports from the U.S., but I feel like I don't know. I don't think I don't think that'll really affect us much. Like I said, I don't know concrete numbers, and now that China and Russia are BFFs, and they said that their communication is an all-time high, I feel like if they needed more oil, I feel like Russia will just create like a side market for China, right? Blow up the whole, not even blow up the whole OPEC thing, but just do like a secret. Like think about it. Russia has excess oil, right? Because they've been doing production cuts. If China needs more because they want to boycott U.S. oil, couldn't they just cut a deal and say, "Hey, listen, Russia, we're going to boycott. That we need more oil from you because you are a close ally." Absolutely, they could cut a back end deal. Probably not the first time it's ever happened either. So yeah, yeah, I'd say probably a decent balance. But again, being Friday, we're not going to have enough time to really do much with it. That could be a level for next week, either of those two levels. Natural gas. Natural gas is struggling. It's struggling to get through that 367. Um, yeah, it's struggling. Look at that. It ran right along that level. Pop, 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 and then rode along it and used it for a short. Let's pull those off now. I don't need that right now. This one was already good. We don't need that one. I'm just trying to get it ready for next week. That one popped off. We don't need that. Same pop in there. Wish I had a good candle on the bottom to use for that one. And really, I don't own either one of them. Both of them are kind of choppy. Let's see. Do we have anything decent? 78. That's not horrible. So right around this 50% right here. Right, it's a little shy. It may get front run on that one, but it looks like we could have a potential rollover. Again, a lot of basing, one confirmation, kind of a front run, but again, we are sitting at that 50, so people will be looking at that one. That could be a potential setup there for natural gas. But again, this market closes at 1:30, so we don't really have a lot of time being on a Friday holiday weekend. Probably not the best in there. Gold. So yeah, Todd's like we're rallying. That's it. I'm like, it's probably gonna pull back. So yeah, and gold has pulled back and stabilized. Like I said, 1800. Yesterday, I mentioned that 1800 was a big deal. Yesterday morning, we were sitting here, and I said, "Yeah, 1800 is it's probably on the cards." And again, we came up, we based it, had some problems, and then ended up blowing through last night at about what 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock. We busted through. So 1800 is going to be kind of the new line in the sand. I don't know that being Friday, I don't think there's anything much that really propels us much higher. As you can see, after that initial push from selling in the European session, we've really just stabilized and we haven't moved at all. I don't, with a short time frame, we have no news today. Maybe what time's Waller speaking today? Waller is speaking at 1 o'clock today. There's probably, and again, if you guys don't know, Waller is speaking at this Forecasters Club in New York. There's probably a bit of a gold trade in this one later today. Um, you know, he's definitely got to mention inflation because that's the name of the game right now. But it, am I worried? Really? I mean, are we going to get a $25 pop from Waller? No, probably not. I would say look for prices to kind of come down and stabilize. It'd be nice if this is the new, if this is our new kind of hold point. But I think 1800 going into next week is going to be an important level. We'll see where we close and where we open on Sunday night. There could be a week long gold trade, um, you know, set up there. And then again, silver. I mean, again, super chop. Look at this. More wicks. The wicks are the most predominant thing. All these little tiny bodies. We were looking for shorts at 22.91, and yeah, it's not getting there. And again, 17th, we got 13 days to go. Christmas in there, and we're not at $100. So I'm not sure where all the Wall Street bets were. Actually, I need to call Jack because I believe Jack made a call earlier this year that he had forecast $60 by the end of the year. So we're not there yet, but I'm pretty sure that he said 60. I'll have to touch base. Like, hey, did you say 60? What did you say for silver? Give him a hard time. I was actually talking to him yesterday. Um, he had asked for it. He wanted clarification on something, so I had to shoot him something yesterday. But I need to call him, touch base with him. Maybe I'll call him after hours today and be like, "Yo, what's up? Didn't you say 60?" Just calling to bust your balls a little bit. But yeah, I would say silver is going to run into some problems again. Maybe Waller helps us one out at 1 o'clock, but you know, I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for a place to short this. And again, if we can rally just a little bit up, I think next week's a great. I think it's a great place to short. Yeah, the Wall Street bets, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Reddit was going public, but they did not say which year. No, no, they did. They said by the end of the year, it'd be yeah. Bitcoin by the end of the year is supposed to be 100,000. There was many people on CNBC that said that now was the best time to buy it. That this is the opportunity of a lifetime. The United States is now the mecca. Million people said 100,000 in Bitcoin by the end of the year, and a lot of those people were saying silver at the same thing. Yeah, let silver stay in the basement so I can keep buying it. Gold too. Neuro, I'm telling you, Ernest did send me a private message and ask where you live. He's saying, "Hey, what's his address? What's his address?" And I don't think it was to send a Christmas card. I'm just saying. All right, let's look at the indices. Yeah, look at this. VIX going higher, but here's a big but, and again, not tradable asset. There's area sellers for the VIX. So all this negativity could next week be more of a positive week. Yeah, it probably could be. Like I said, there's not a lot of news weeks next week, so there's not really a lot of uncertainty in this one to kind of jack the market around. Everything's taken on the chops. I was really looking for buying today, but it looks like just everything wants to collapse. It's just going to stay too negative with it. So we are at a level. I don't know if you guys were looking for something this morning. I mean, unfortunately, there was no great buying opportunity at 9:30. I mean, I guess there was a little tiny level, but it was all right. One, two, three. It kind of popped right beforehand. Eh. Look at the pop from right there. That little green pop. There's a little level right now. The question is, can we get a 10:30 reversal? I would say today, like any other day, I would say that yeah, 10:30 reversal is probably a decent bet on this one because it's just pushed down so much. Problem is, we haven't heard anything about this. They are gonna there is gonna be a message coming back again. Um, what is that? Europe from Venus, the U.S., UK from Mars, and Europe from Venus. All right, way to take it over. Um, I would say right now with the passing thing, I would say this is probably more short today. By the way this is looking right now, and what we have over here, um, there's a little bit in there. Really would have liked to take this find out bottom on this one. I would say if we get a confirmation on this one, go short. Uh, I would go short on this one if we can get this 45.50 today. There's a lot of people yapping. Um, yeah, doggy Quinn was too. Yeah. Um, yeah, he is not looking great. And NQ you can see is popping. NQ did pop off that level. Yeah, so 9:30 drove down and then 9:45 popped. So we talked about the pop at the open, and NQ was the worst of everybody. And we talked this morning about how Apple and Tesla were kind of gapping up. They've since rolled over, which kind of sucks for NQ. But you can see NQ is now not the weakest, right? NQ is in the second the least weak, I guess the second strongest right now, right? So interesting that we're literally just chopping back and forth. And again, this is low volume trading, but we mentioned getting long, and yeah, it did. It had a nice little bounce, and unfortunately ran into the sellers up here and pushed back down again. So what do we have? Is this a clean? Yeah, this is what we're dealing with. This is the analysis we're dealing with. Yeah, so I don't. This one really doesn't have much to slow it down until 15,600. So I would assume that we probably get down there before the close of the day. Like I said, this area has been push, 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 push. This rolls red. Look for this one to continue to drop. It's not huge, but like I said, most of the selling has already occurred. We got the long opportunity, but I don't know. I was hoping we get a feel good Friday. Maybe we can. It's only 10. Maybe we can push down and then we get a rally from 12 o'clock on. Um, we do that 12 o'clock rally and come back up into here. That wouldn't necessarily be bad. And again, Waller could do that. Waller could help with that. YM, let's see what we got there. It hit base and then just part of the problem with YM was there was not, here's another, there was nothing here, unfortunately. When you look to the left, there was nothing to slow this down and it's just playing catch up. But it has come down to this level. So this is an old Harry Potter level that we had. Let's see. One, two. We're at 3 touches right now. So let's just drag this across. Okay. We know we have a racetrack right here. So we know we have a racetrack scenario. This one would be a break of 35. Actually, just pull this low. Put one high. Go here. Turn that one red. Let's get this right on. 1 to 3.1. 1 to 3 is right there. All right. So break at 35, 131. Looking for that one to come down to 34, 956. So not necessarily a bad position to the downside, right? And again, could we take a bounce off this right now? Sure. It is 1030. It did just run into a level, but it's the third time that it's hit that level, right? 1, 2, and this is 3 with a lot of momentum behind it. You know, VIX still rallying. VIX is pulling back a little. We'll see if VIX is able to not. If VIX can't hold this up, I'd say look for that one to continue to drop. Where was that? It was YM. Yeah. So yeah, set an alert. We'll set that alert right here. Add alert. YM break. There we go. So see if that one comes through. And then Russell's like all over the place. Look at this. Dink, dink, dink. Based in it. Pull down. Pull back up again. Um, so we were talking about some type of Harry Potter. Didn't really get the entry, but our target was down here, and we literally missed the target by what 1 point. I missed it by 1 point. This was 18.6. Wait, that was 18.6, and this was I missed it by point 0.6. I missed the target by point 0.6. So yeah. And again, Russell right now is the strongest. It's down the least. Super, super choppy. No real direction. And we'll see what Waller says. Waller should be able to, mess with this in a little bit. But I would say most likely this one is going to probably come down. I'd say if you guys can find a short entry in this one, look for this one to come down to 2,100 today. It'll take another 30 points. It'll be another 30 points down, but, we'll see. It's down 17. Maybe 30 is a bit long. 27. Oh, we do have a level there. Okay, so 21.16. So yeah, probably 21.16 is where we're looking to end the day. And well, first side target. But yeah. Russell's very choppy. I don't like that one. Like I said, I like the YM drop. I like the break and the drop. And again, if it goes up, we wait for the next hit. So um yes. Yes is trying as well. We have plenty of room to run on this one too. I'm going to stay positive. I think there's still hope. There could still be an end of the day rally today. There's still hope. We'll see what level we bounce off of. Gold and silver, NG, oil is accelerating. Yeah, look at that. Oil just accelerated through, and it's still continuing to push. It's got a ways to go, but let's see. 71.50. You know what? That's a big candle. Let me see if there was news on that one. I don't see anything yet, but that's a big candle for oil at 10.15. That just doubled its daily range. All right, where's Sean? Sean, where's my headlines? Where's my headline, Sean? There's got to be a headline in that one. That's way too much of a move in oil. Let me take this off. This didn't even slow it down. Let's see. I want to adjust this so we're like on. 69.60. No, no headlines currently. That's a big move suddenly. I'm wondering what the volume is. The volume's probably super low. Or the volume's probably super low. That's a big move for right now. For no, absolutely no news. Did I miss something? Like, did they find oil or something? There's nothing. Zero, 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 zero. While they're speaking one, this was upgraded. Um, hmm, no oil news, but that's a lot of oil movement very, very fast. That is typically generated by some type of a headline, and there's no headline there at 10:30 in the morning. So, um, yeah, Turkey halted markets. Yeah, Turkey halted equity markets, derivative markets, and debt repo markets. Turkey hikes diesel and gasoline prices. That came in at 8:30 though. I love this. This is the best. Look at this. This is awesome. The Russian market. Um, yeah, but that was all 8:30 this morning, Sean. That shouldn't be unless they just added more to it, right? Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, there should be more than that. But again, that's 8:30. That's over here, right? That's here. So this is a big move. Big move. What's our total move for the day? Let's see. European market is here. Yeah, that's 209. That's 203. Um, Aussie dollar just did a dive too. So maybe it's a dollar play. Yeah, Dixie is spiking. But I do like that candle. I love that candle formation. Actually, I have to mark this level too. Yeah, it's fine. What do we got here? 96.41, 96.28. I mean, Dixie's got two levels that it's got to grind through right now. So let's see. Yeah, Aussie's dropping. Euro's approaching that level. Pound, see, pound. The problem is pound is coming up to a level here too. Um, dollar CAD, look. So look, yeah, it's purely well, that's odd. Oil is losing strength very, very fast. All right, so here, this is that one extra. Not right now. The Turkey Wealth Fund is buying remaining stakes. Turkish Telecom is breaking headline. All right, so here's the thing: oil is tanking. That means dollar CAD should be going up, right? Because the price of oil is going lower. That should be hurting the Canadian dollar. There's the Canadian dollar. So this does not match the oil story. So it may, huh? So yeah, so dollar is definitely. I mean, look, dollar is grinding back up here. Dollar is spiking here. Dollar is halted here. And again, it should be dollar. I mean, this is like a double dollar strength, but yet the dollar CAD is not moving. Um, budget balance. That should be a heck of a lot more move. That doesn't make any sense. This is again strong dollar, strong dollar. So how are we getting strong CAD? How are we getting strong CAD with oil dropping through the floor? Hmm. There is a headline somewhere. That one's turning, and Q's turning. This is turning. VIX is delayed a little bit, but look, we're having a spike in the VIX too. Man, is there's a headline we're missing somewhere? Hmm. Where is it? Who's got the headline? What is the pound yen doing? Pound yen is holding for the most part. Your yen is approaching. That's weird. Yeah, the obvious dollar strength is there, but why the heck is the dollar CAD holding? Hmm. Very interesting. Look at that. It's almost like CAD strength coming in, right? Very interesting. It's like puzzles, it's like pieces of a puzzle, but oil down 2.6% right now. Again, oil kind of finding a bottom here, but look at that. Zero reaction from the CAD. In fact, it's red. It's a red candle right now. Hmm. Man, this is gonna drive me nuts now. I'll be looking all day now. Um it's gonna drive me crazy now. See? See what happens? This is why, it's bad for your health, I swear. All right. So with that said, and again, Bitcoin kind of putting a little bottom in, but again, at below 46 right now. Ethereum getting blasted, little bottom in. Doji's got some more room to run. AMC up 10% today. Meme stonks are back. TLT's up at a sell area too. Hmm. Some more pressure. Hmm. Something is spiking the VIX right now. There is something going on. Look at the VIX spiking. So the volatility is definitely increasing right now. Dollar is starting to turn red in that area. Hmm. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the headline is. There is definitely a headline that is out there that the market is hearing that we haven't found yet. Something's happening behind the scenes. I wonder if the news of actually what China is going to do back is out and it hasn't been reported yet. That's something I could think of. So, all right, with that, let's go ahead and do the drawing. Let's get out of here for the week. Let's see. Yesterday was Ernest. Ernest won yesterday. Ernest is like, I'm just going big every time. Going big every time. I'm going to be the big blind bully, right? So what he's doing. He's like, yesterday I put in 4 tickets. I lost 5 pip chips on the day, even though I won. Even though I won. So today he would be going for 100. So risking 50 to make 100, right? Risking 50 to make 100. Actually, I guess it costs him 40 pip chips because you guys get one for free. So yeah, Ernest is going big. Sean's like, all right, let's see. I got to throw some tickets in here too. See how it plays out. All right, where's Debbie? Look at Debbie. Yesterday you went in with one. Debbie, we have to talk. We're gonna have to schedule a mentor session, Debbie. Just to I was driving yesterday, so I couldn't do much. All right. But I'm gonna say, Debbie, yesterday you were going for like 250 or whatever it was. Like yesterday is the day that you should have went in huge, huge, right? You could have spent, you could have had your full 10 pip chip tickets, right? And you would have been risking 90 to make 250. It still would have been great, right? Oh, I need that mental session. I know. Debbie, after my weekend this way, we'll schedule a session and we'll just do the session until the bottle of wine is gone. And we'll just talk. um Marino the one. All right, it's good. Let's see. Right. How's that for a mentor session, right? We're gonna fix your problems until the wine is gone. Just like that, right? I mean, what kind of better of a session for everybody all around, right? 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 All right, we put it's the best marketing ever. Hey, we're gonna have a mentor session. We each get a bottle of wine and we talk until the wine is gone. All right, winner of today's drawing. Hold on. Let's ask the 8 ball. Hold on. Being a Oh, look at that. Stream Elements has your back, Ernest. Winner is Debbie. All right. I knew Ernest. I don't know. I feel like it's like. I talked to Debbie and all of a sudden Debbie wins, but you guys saw it. Debbie was on a roll, but like Debbie also had like a will streak. But what's funny was she was on the winning streak yesterday to win big, and Ernest stopped her out, right? And then today, she's the one that busted Ernest. Like, man, how funny is that, right? Man, where's Debbie? Debbie right here. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Debbie was going for the big beat yesterday. Ernest stopped her out, and bam, look at that. That's called. I think they call that karma. I believe that's called karma, right? Karma. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'll touch base with you guys for some reason. If everybody has COVID or we get symptoms or something like that, I'll update you guys and we won't be on. But yeah, I don't know. They said one more. They said 40. They said 24 to 48 hours before we would hear the results. So I won't find out anything until probably tomorrow. But if for some reason I start to get sick, I will let you guys know. But you guys have a great weekend. Everybody else stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.